Hello everyone, tis I, Captain Logan, and it's time to start the final chapter of Telltale Batman, The Enemy Within. Very excited to finally knock the rest of this out. I called this chapter, or part 1 of chapter 5, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to finish it. Kind of like what happened yesterday, but we'll see how far we get. I'll be able to play for at least an hour. Welcome, folks. How's it going? I see Blue Dragon 5 and Mr. Roboto there in the chat.
Bruce, how are you?
Meanwhile, back at Batman's phone.
Hi there, Brucey.
What's it been? I don't know, 3 weeks. Let's see. Last time I laid eyes
He's doing a
on
really
you,
interesting combination of Jokers, right?
Yeah.
Voice-wise. Hi, subject.
Believe me, when I told you I killed those agents in self-defense.
It's like an interesting mix of Hamill and Ledger.
Something up for me.
Once he's full-fledged Joker, especially.
Trust each other. So, I guess we know what you aren't. Harley and I have the virus, and if we're anything, we're sharers. It's just too fun to keep to ourselves.
Is that Bullock?
So picture how it hit you when you lost those few dozen people on the bridge. Nothing about all of
Yes,
us.
James. There is a Captain Logan show this evening.
You'll know what it feels
7
like.
o'clock. We'll be talking about all the Spider-Man news and whatever else folks want to talk about. I will be joined by special guest Nick Stevens from the Genesis Gems podcast. And I'm going to be flying solo with Nick as my co-host. That's horrifying. Because DJ is out of town. And so come and check us out. Want to draw a big crowd for Nick. It's going to be his first time there.
Batman, over here.
What happened?
Hey.
You need to see it. He's down that way. We're trying to help him, but
I still think it's crazy that essentially, like I keep saying, we've basically got a TV show that you're playing through, and this I can broadcast. But I couldn't, like, broadcast a season of or like an episode of Smallville and talk over it. I should understand that.
That's familiar.
How's that taking money away from anybody? Like, are most people really going to want to only watch a thing like that with somebody talking over it? They're not actually going to check out the real thing themselves.
John.
Oh, the world we live in. Oh, Batman. You gotta be blaming yourself at this point to some degree, right? I just want to make sure there's nothing else back here. I hate it when I do that. You know, you walk all the way down. I'm like, oh, there's something back here I should have grabbed. Yeah, it's hard to get any cleverer on the sides of trucks with things that you graffiti on than Slaughter from Dark Knight, the S in front of laughter. I love that.
Bullock.
we managed to save him from bleeding out.
I also like King Tut, Mr. Roboto. I don't know why you keep talking
I
about
think
that.
it's some kind of booby trap. Until we get someone here with an X-ray, we can't risk moving him.
Let me see what I can find.
John says copyright law is so outdated. Yeah, I agree. Oh, man. Well, look what we did to Bullock. That's just horrifying. Let's talk to him first.
Can you tell me what happened?
Can you get me down?
My stomach, it hurts like hell.
How about that? Oh, no. Did he put a cell phone in there?
Dilated pupils. Signs of
Like Christmas! Yep. No, this is horrifying, Blue Dragon 5.
With what's happened in Gotham lately,
Season
I'm
of
not taking
Smallville
any
is
chances.
generally 22 episodes. James, we are finally supposed to do a Batmosphere again this Sunday. A couple weeks ago we were supposed to have one, we had to cancel it.
some kind
But
of
I just talked to
device.
Dan's yesterday, and that is the
Pacemaker.
plan right now. And we're hoping to finally review All-Star Batman and Robin.
Shrapnel.
By
It's an
Frank
old
Miller.
wound.
Yeah, and this is all new stuff to me, because Joker wouldn't have done all this stuff when he's Vigilante Joker. So he's like straight up normal, crazy, psycho person. Joker right now. Ah, nails.
John do this?
He crucified him. How is Bullock not saying anything right now? How is he not like, get me down? What am I missing? Oh, something down here. In his stomach. Is it a phone? It's a
Get these
bomb.
people back. It could be a bomb.
So see, that kind of thing is sort of silly, right? Like, I could have taken all day looking for that. And when I finally found it, it would have started counting down from 50. Yeah, Mutali, lots of streams. I want to get this game done. Ah! Oh, come on. This is nuts. And I have to control that happening? God. This is brutal. Batman's gonna do what he's gotta do. I don't want to keep digging into Bullock's stomach. Boy, I apologize, guys, that we're having to watch this right now. Ugh. Good Lord. I'm still doing this. What am I supposed to do here? That's gross. I'm still doing this. But it's got like a... So I press X all the way down, but then I've got an arrow. I'm pressing left. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do right now. I'm sorry we're still looking at this. I'm kind of confused as to what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying everything. Somebody want to help me out here? Captain Logan 10 years ago would have thrown up at this. Yes, I would have. Oh, okay. It just takes a really long time. God. That's messed up, you guys.
It's safe to cut him down.
And that's the kind of thing that's easier to look at in a comic book, I think, than like actually seeing it happen. Because I mean, I've seen stuff that is, you know, that rough in a Batman comic before, but wow. Mr. Roboto, did you really? Yeah, it wasn't the right stick, it turns out.
Turns your stomach.
Did you really cut into someone? I hope that batarang is
Still on
clean.
that
Seriously.
side of the police
It was
line,
sterile.
huh?
I'm sure he was carrying it
Think
around in a
you're the
plastic
type of guy who
baggie.
warns criminals about GCPD stings. You're lucky I can't do anything about it. Waller canned me. Right in front of that lowlife Wayne.
She overstepped. You shouldn't have been fired.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on. You treat her like you treated me. She'll come after you, too.
I've got more moral
Just
questions
a
about this
friendly
Batman than I ever have.
Vitals are dropping.
Easy now. Don't move.
It's like, should this guy really be allowed to operate? Like,
Now, this time off.
in some ways, some of the stuff he's doing is probably necessary, but
Back in the day, it was only the gangsters you had to worry about.
we're taking a lot of ideas. And I guess it's that escalation thing,
Cut open and
where if
filled
it's,
with carnival toys.
if the
Makes you wonder.
violence and
How did we
corruption
get
is
here?
this bad, what
Look
does it take
around,
to
the
combat
streets
it?
are the same. The only real difference is Batman.
Yep.
It's
But it's
one
just taking a lot of
cops'
ideas that have
opinion,
always been there and
but
dialing them
these
up to
freaks
11.
Came out of the woodwork because of you. You gave them the target.
It's
You
always been
set
like
the bomb.
this.
Gotham's always been a cesspool. The underworld's evolved, and I'm doing
No
what I
tie
can
Jim
to
Gordon,
keep
that's
it from
right, Mr. Roboto.
spilling out into the streets.
Yeah, well, tell that to Bullock. As far as I can see, the tide of scum is rising faster than ever. I don't know, maybe I'm the dinosaur here. All the good people, we're the ones going extinct. This John Doe guy probably won't stop until you're dead. Try not to take the rest of us with you.
Mr. Roboto says I look like Jim
Batman,
Gordon.
Bullock's asking.
Maybe in another 15 years.
I tracked a stolen van full of clowns. So I followed to see.
He's really patient with Batman.
Really?
That was brave, Detective. You did good work.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mutali, he's a muscular Gordon, isn't he?
Wish I'd stayed home, though. They picked up a drop.
Was John Doe with them?
It's not a bad idea. Never thought to go as Jim Gordon. I might wait until I'm in my 40s, though,
They left a box.
which is not that far from now.
Freaks.
Where does the time go?
No sign of explosives. Should be safe to open.
Dragon 5 says when he played the game, his mantra was to be nice to Gordon and Alfred, and it really bites you in the end of the game. Oh, really? Because yeah, I don't remember what happens with Gordon. I think I was trying that with Gordon initially as well.
Authorized by Wayne Enterprises. And signed for by...
James, we're talking about bringing back License to Review.
Regina can't come to the phone right now. This is her assistant.
This is Bruce Wayne.
Oh, hello.
Tell Regina I need to speak to her. I'll be there shortly.
I'll let her know. Thank you.
That voice sounds like it could have been like a traditional Riddler voice. Well, that was disgusting, you guys. We just batarang opened Bullock's stomach. So that happened. I don't know, Mutale. I might be in the middle of my midlife crisis before midlife. With all the constant streaming I'm doing. No, I'm kidding. Oh, it's Regina that Blue Dragon 5 thinks might be a member of Court of the Owls. It's interesting.
Share prices have been holding steady despite the events of the last few days. But who knows how long that will last once word gets out. Our CEO brought known terrorists into the
Which way should we go, guys?
security guard was injured.
I wish I could have you guys help me out.
Regina?
Speak of the devil.
There's just not enough
We
time.
were just talking about you and your fashion consultants, Bruce.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Ma'am, he's here. In the boardroom.
Maybe there's an explanation.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all, Noah, if they went for Court of the
You
Owls
had
next
to
time.
know it might come to this. Your connection to these felons, whatever it is, it could ruin the company.
Given the ending of this game, I don't know how that game even works.
So what are you gonna do, Regina? Fire me again?
Oh, Bruce. I didn't want
Because
it then,
you would
and
have to
I don't
start
want
in
it
two
now.
totally different places,
All I wanted
depending on
was
what you
for
did at the
to
end of
be
this
the man
game.
I thought you were.
But I'm sure they had a lot of
trust
thoughts
you
about
can
it
see yourself.
when they made this.
We're not done yet. Care to
I bet there
explain
were
this?
plans, and I bet those plans still
You've been
exist.
authorizing some interesting shipments.
What is this? Automatic weapons? Grenades?
Yeah, Jack, Telltale got, if you didn't hear about it, got
Truly,
bought
I
out,
never saw
and
this. I've never even heard
they're
of
gonna
this.
bring these kinds of games back, and so there probably will be a Batman 3.
Bruce?
What's going
Punch him! I gotta redeem myself from last time. I forgot to punch someone.
Start talking.
A priest, a rabbi,
Guy hit the
and a
punch button.
CEO walk into a boardroom. Priest says, "It's a trap." The rabbi
It's a
says,
trap!
"Emperor tricked us."
Call security.
The CEO doesn't say anything, 'cause he's dead.
And yeah, again, I didn't see any of this last time, because Vigilante Joker goes a totally different way. And it's also a lot less violent.
Did somebody call for backup?
Oh, we gotta throw a chair. He's gonna get his WCW on.
Eyes on me, Brucey. If you care one iota for these suits, you'll stand down. I mean it. Get those hands where I can see them.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her.
What did I say? Next one's in her noggin, Bruce. I swear to freaking God.
Okay.
Nice work, Kent. You're
Kent?
really moving up the career ladder.
This woman needs help.
That's not Kent. He looks more like a
What do
middle-aged
you
Jimmy
want?
Olsen.
Thank you oh so very much for asking, Regina. What do you
Hi, Daniel.
think I want, sweet cheeks?
Who is your
The
favorite
serum
person
is
to play
gone.
the Bats? Do you
It's
mean favorite
over.
actor as
Ain't
Batman?
over till it's over. I was inspired to think outside the box.
My favorite live-action Batman is
Here
still
comes
Val
my
Kilmer.
inspiration now.
I wish he had gotten the kind of
bring
stuff
you
that Bale got to do for
Joker!
Batman Begins, but I also love Bale. Oh, here he comes. Is he gonna do a pencil trick and talk to a television? Blue Dragon 5, beware boardrooms always. Yes, indeed.
This meeting is now called to order.
Seeing all this for the first time.
Regina, good to see you again. Bruce, buddy.
Oh, Regina is how we're pronouncing her name. That goes both ways.
It's just a handshake.
I'll shake his hand. Is it gonna be a buzzer? Wait. Is it gonna be? Oh, am I gonna get electrocuted? I shouldn't have done that. Bzzz. Yep.
That was shocking. You get it?
Sometimes it's hard to decide if you want to make decisions based on what is smartest,
Just finishing up a
or
grand
what
tour
you
of
would do if you were
city.
writing the story.
Visited some of our old haunts along the way.
And I guess Batman wouldn't be dumb enough to shake his hand, but then
Be my favorite.
he could be thinking, well, I'm Bruce Wayne. I don't want to give anything away. I don't know.
Make it
I'm
to the
overthinking
top
it.
one day.
This is me overthinking it.
Dreams really do come true. Wayne Enterprises. I bet the benefits package is top notch.
Nice costume, John.
Joker now.
Yeah, I've
This isn't
always
a costume.
had that thought, Mr. Roboto. What kind of person
This
is
me.
a henchman for the Joker?
Unlike that thing. You
Doesn't think they're not going to get killed.
You and I both
Or thinks they're
know
not gonna get
that's
killed.
Not your favorite suit.
Jack Napier doesn't like this Joker.
For my first
Jack Napier in our comments here. He doesn't like his the design of his
You
costume,
remember that
rather.
pesky virus, don't you, Bruce? We found a way to make more of it. A
I
whole lot
think
more.
it's right for this version, after what we've seen with John through this whole thing. Get him. This is riveting.
Wanna do the honest pudding?
Oh, honey, you know me so.
Still love how much of the action in this is Bruce Wayne. Could we make the argument that in this, and maybe it depends on the choices you make. Here, let me figure out what I gotta do here first.
Friends, Bruce.
Oh.
But you ruined it.
See, they're giving me a cursor, but there's nothing to do with it yet.
Don't you thought Riddler was bad? Penguin, a Lady Arkham.
Oh God.
None of them knew you like I do.
I love the growly voice, that's great.
Just how to press those buttons.
I wish I could press some buttons right now. I was just gonna say, could we make the argument that this is a Bruce Wayne and a Batman that are closer to the same person, where he doesn't see himself as separate as he does in a lot of things?
Very powerful bomb right there, Gotham. We got 100 more where that came from.
He's just so much
Planted
bolder
all
as
around
Bruce
the city
Wayne
where you'll never
in
find
both
them.
games.
Except for the ones I'm setting off now.
Not sure what my read is on that.
Neighborhood police force, a list of demands. First and foremost,
Last few days, Nicholas. Yeah, welcome. Hi there.
Pike in Gotham Square. He's the one who started.
I love her.
Come on, come on, come on.
You got 24 hours to make good. So
Sometimes the action is try a thing that's not going to work.
She's something else, isn't she? All those demands. I've only got one. Stop me, Bruce.
Ooh.
Be my best enemy.
Yeah, good stuff.
Be the man I need you to be.
I will destroy you!
Oh, he just read the line.
So that's a
Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way with the antagonism at this point.
toughen up, little
Might as well,
canary.
we've gone this far.
Guess you fell off that ladder. Keep the masks on.
Yeah, I agree with you, Blue Dragon 5.
No survivors. Too bad.
He says I love
You
how
done
helpless
catching
Bruce
up,
is in this
Mr.
scene.
J? Place is starting to stink.
We're done.
For now.
We are going to have so much fun.
Till next time, Brucey.
Oh God. Oh. Almost felt that. I must have my rumble off on this. I would think that my controller would be buzzing. I'm kind of glad it's not, because that picks up on the microphone, but...
Joker and Harley are gone.
Cops are on their way.
Wait, where did I get hit?
Let's just get to the lab.
Like, I should have a major injury from that.
Tiffany, don't.
I'm crying foul there. Yeah, boardrooms are the worst. This is wonderfully ominous.
Bruce.
Harley knocked me pretty good. Just gotta get to the
I'm digging the score here, too.
Oh my God. James from accounting? Oh God.
Jack, I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore, man. Oh, right in front of a dead guy.
Okay.
Mr. Roboto, he's probably got robots in his building to clean up all this mess. Oh, no. Oh, man. Look out. Oh, there's a part of me that just wanted to let the dead body land on me and see what happened. That'd be awkward. Tiffany knows I'm Batman, so she'd be like, wow, Batman can't dodge a body falling? I'm in shock. And I mean, he's really got to be blaming himself for all these people in his building that have been killed, right? Like, as much or more than any other moment in a Batman thing I've seen, this is the point where he's got to be thinking the Spider-Man No More thing, right? Where it's like, I don't know if I'm actually doing more good than harm right now. What would have happened if he'd never met John or hadn't talked to him when he was in that institution?
I got it. Computer, on.
Mr. Roboto, I don't drink any soda at all anymore. I used to like Sierra Mist, a little. But yeah, I don't drink anything carbonated.
All those bodies. I'll never get that image out of my head.
For at least the last year and a half, if not 2 years.
Regina, she didn't deserve that. None of them.
If you really want to do this, you're gonna see much worse.
I don't know how much worse.
Yeah. Good to know.
Bruce.
It's just that you weren't there this morning when I ripped open Bullock's stomach with a batarang.
Tiffany, are you all right?
A little shaken, but
I
yeah,
saw the
I'll be
news
okay.
today. Oh, boy.
Al, sit rep on the areas impacted by the bombs.
I'm on it. Joker and Harley are using the
He's squinting. He's not in good shape.
The authorities have no leads on where they
He's right there, Mr.
Harley
Roboto.
said they planted bombs throughout the city. I got a piece of fabric off of John. Could give us an idea of where he's been.
Yeah, we do Blue Dragon 5, and that's the option I took at the end the first time I played this, where he decides to stop being Batman, and he leaves. And then the other one is he and Alfred go separate ways, and that's what I'm going to do this time, just because I didn't do it last time. So I'm going to take the sadder,
anything recent,
more gut-wrenching ending.
It's chaos, Bruce. Bringing up drone coverage on the blast sites now. The bombs have an explosive component in addition to the chemical payload.
Disperses the virus.
Thanks for joining us if you just got here.
Area.
There were multiple explosions along Mercy Street
I am going
Station,
through an ending I've not seen before.
with Gotham General Hospital at the center. They're estimating the death toll at...
We have to stay calm, Al. Focus.
They're estimating the death toll at everyone in the hospital.
One of the bombs detonated on Gotham Bridge, the primary route out of the city. People, they succumbed to the virus as they were driving.
Authorities have shut down the east side and peninsula bridges.
For now, there is no way out of Gotham by car.
Jeez.
They've closed off the docks.
It seems they had to. No one is sure how long the
Movie
fallout
level
will
scale
take to
right now.
dissipate.
That cargo ship, was it
Operational? Unfortunately,
I mean, video games
yes.
always want to be movies, so
Everyone
that goes without
aboard was
saying. But
dead within seconds.
there's some definite Dark Knight stakes.
At this rate, it seems as if nothing can stop them.
Maybe.
Not to be confused with
Joker
the fact that
hasn't
Dark
told
Knight
Harley
is a
my
stake,
identity. If he had, she would have taken my head
metaphorically
off back
speaking.
there.
Perhaps their partnership isn't as stable as they'd like us to believe. He's keeping secrets from her. At least for a time.
Joker's toying with me, trying to get in my head. He said he wanted to be
I'm always
my
so surprised when he
best
actually
enemy.
says the thing that it
Sounds
said in
like
the
he wants me
option.
all to himself.
Well, perhaps we can use that against them.
This is insane. We have to shut them down before they burn this city to the ground.
Wow, you haven't said anything obnoxious yet this chapter, Tiffany. That's amazing.
A number of foreign particles have been detected on the fabric. Traces of pollen, wax, and wine.
That doesn't
Bacon.
give us much to work with.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Joker said he visited some of our old haunts.
It appears that he blames you for what he has become. If he hopes to defile the memories of your time together...
And if Joker has to have a
with more of
definitive
these chemical
background,
bombs.
And
this
you
is a
think you can
really
cross-reference those places
inventive way to
With
do it.
the elements found on the fabric.
And the nice thing is you get to kind of have both.
That's some hunch.
Because we
Sometimes
knew
a
the guy
hunch
before he became the
is all
Joker.
detective
I probably made this point before. But we don't really know him before all of that, if memory serves. So, you know, it's not like we're like, oh, we've got this Jack
That's
Napier
where I
guy.
found him, surrounded by those agents.
I love that funhouse part. Okay. Wax, wine, or pollen? Can I get out of this, or do I have to look in here? Oh, I see. Okay, I got you.
No trace of wax. The candles in the funhouse are all fake.
I couldn't tell if because usually it gives you a circle when you're supposed to look at a thing.
Nothing here I'm looking
So I wasn't sure if I just had to click anywhere in the picture. Like, obviously candle wax, but I was like, where's wine or pollen? So I was thinking maybe teacups? I don't know.
John used to run therapy circles at the stacked deck.
Perhaps this is where he met his followers.
There's plenty of wine here.
Yeah, this is a thing I'd like to write about eventually. There we go.
The cleaning polish on the rag contains some wax, but that seems like a stretch.
Well, it's cool that it makes you
Location's not a
do
good fit.
sort of
Gotta
some
move on.
detective work yourself. Like, it doesn't just put the circles up. You have to
Divinity Church.
get in the ballpark.
John managed to track me here after he got out of Arkham.
Dad's funeral.
Oh, wax and wine, sure. But pollen. Oh, maybe that wreath?
Those candles look recently burned.
So there's one. And then there's the wine chalice. Because it's communion.
Wine. Could be a match.
Hello, Fox. And then wreath.
Traces of pollen are coming from the flowers along
There
the
we
altar.
go. I'm glad we didn't have to do all 4 pictures.
Divinity.
That sick bastard.
People are afraid.
We can't get another line reading there?
Solace.
Okay.
The church will be full. Harley and Joker knew this when they planted the bomb.
Al, contact the agency. Tell them where I'm headed.
Right away.
Da-da-da-da.
Stay alert. Gotham is in a state of panic.
No, this is a pretty cool Batmobile, isn't it? Somebody asked me yesterday what I thought of this Batmobile, and I remember thinking it was just okay. But looking at it again, yeah, it's a cool car. I like that it's a car, it's not a tank.
How? How can you go out there again? After what
I like how
just
angular
happened?
it is.
I don't know how you do it. You saw those people get...
Oh, you gotta say I'm Batman.
I do it because I can't afford to take
No, that wasn't the line.
I do it because people rely on me to be
Or is he
there
just
when
leading?
things like
Is he
this
building up to it? Is he building up to it?
I
Do it because I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
There you go. So does the voice modulator happen just as soon as you put your
Take
helmet
my
on?
drone with you.
You have to press a
It can help
button.
you find the bomb.
It's also automatic.
Thanks.
And my
GCPD
sidekick
and the
name will
agency
be
are slammed with
Purple
everything
Drone Girl.
You'll be fighting on your own.
I'm never alone out there. I've always had someone watching over me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate tank Batmobiles. I just don't like them as much as cars. And we got into a place for a while where it seemed like all we could do was tanks.
Police are looking for information on the whhereabouts of Harleen Quinzel and a man calling himself Joker.
I like the
after
way
a string
that
of
journalist
biochemical attacks across
hesitated before she said
Gotham.
Harleen Quinzel. It was like, that's a name.
The suspects was released
Name.
from
Wait,
inside
what
Wayne
now?
Enterprises
It's an odd
just
name.
moments ago. Warning, what you are about to hear may be disturbing for some listeners. I sent you friendly
Oh, is that
mail.
what that is, Blue Dragon 5? Is that a comic nod?
Batman.
That it turns red?
I wanted to talk to you about Harley's demands. Portraits of her and Joker painted on City Hall. The brain.
I guess
of
I'd forgotten that he
Riddler's
had a red
killer.
car early on in the comics.
All agency operatives must leave Gotham within the next 24 hours. Except
Which how he could
a man
almost
who
get
walked
away with
will
GD
be
Batman
shot out of a cannon at the stroke.
in this. And I don't know that people would have made fun of that as much with Miller if that book wasn't awful and crazy,
We need
cynical.
to figure out a plan before this gets any worse.
Better start looking for a cannon.
And here I thought you didn't have a sense of humor.
I'm only hilarious with you.
I've got
Me
a
too,
lead on
Noah.
Another bomb. They may have planted one.
I am
to
really
get
excited
in
about the
church.
muscle car
I'll
in
do
The
what I can,
Batman.
but I'm stretched thin.
The
It was housed in one of
Batman!
my transports, and there's unrest forming across the city because of their demands. Asking for us by name.
It's designed to turn the city against us. Bomb goes off in places worship. People might just
Throw us to the wolves to save themselves. I'm starting to wonder if there's a damn thing we can do about it.
If this is too hard for you, leave. I'm sure you can get a helicopter back to Washington.
I'm not gonna give her an inch.
I'm seeing this thing through, whether you like it or not.
Well, I don't.
I'm sending one of my agents to the church now.
No, Mutali, I
An
would
EOD
never
specialist will be close
in a
by.
million years
Find
get a
that bomb
mohawk.
before
You could not
anyone
pay
else
me
gets
enough.
hurt. Waller out.
Would not happen. The purple hair thing is about as far as I will ever go, and I'll probably never do anything like that again. I'm growing it out. It's pretty long now, but
Our beloved Gotham is under siege. From all sides.
it's about as long as it's ever been now.
Is here.
Oh, here it comes. You didn't have an option to not come in hot as Batman. Turn to page 83 in your hymnal.
Please, everyone, calm down.
I said out. That includes you.
That's weird. I had to press forward, and then after a while, it didn't give me that prompt anymore,
That's one
and then
way
he
to
was just
clear the
moving on
place.
his own.
Avesta.
Batman. Waller sent me to assist.
Awkward, constant cutscenes.
New toy?
Something like that.
I've calibrated my drone to scan for traces of the virus.
If that's like a
You can
reviewer, I
take
definitely
controls
think
while I
Batman's the most
analyze the
versatile superhero. And I think some other superheroes
Yes,
have kind
Max.
of become more versatile because of that. Ninja Turtles is up there too, weirdly.
I'll make
I
sure
don't know
no one else tries
why.
to come inside.
Let's get started. Sinking now.
We've been trying to kind of force that with Spider-Man. I don't think it works quite as well.
not much trace. Unlikely the bomb is here.
Pews. Pew pew pew.
How about the North Pews?
No, nothing here.
Okay, okay.
Traces are minimal, probably
Here.
Jackpot.
Blue Dragon 5's telling me to stay frosty. Something's about to happen. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Bomb. I loved that. The camera placement.
The bomb.
If this goes off, it'll kill everyone in a 5-block radius.
Then you'll
Find a way to disarm it.
If we could just see the internal components.
Here goes. Harley said 24 hours.
There are no numbers on the timer. Was she telling the truth?
It just goes to boom. Looks like Mr. Bucket.
Looks in sync with the timer.
Bombs come out of my mouth.
See wires.
Let's get a better look.
That's a thing you don't see every day. Batman trying to open teeth. Oh, no.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Well, of course somebody's going to try to open the teeth.
Cutting it should prevent the bomb from going off.
Activating electromagnetic imaging.
Thanks. You really have to tell Batman to try the wires?
If I cut this wire, it'll activate the bomb.
It's Batman.
Found the timer.
That's the one.
Oh, I gotta cycle to cut. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. There we go.
Careful, there's not much time left.
Okay, I'm not actually sure which one it is. So, yes.
It's safe.
Did it.
Hold on. Getting some strange readings off the bomb.
I'll do a more thorough analysis and let you know what
Jack, I love that they can't make Batman squint, so they move his head to have the black of the cowl cover his bright white eyes. Yeah, it really works, doesn't it? I love this best friend turned best enemy thing. This is just such an, again, inventive and creative way to get to the classic yin yang Batman Joker thing.
Your best enemy.
This
is all just a
the
game.
you complete me idea.
All of the suffering and death.
Can't have you
just
without
for a
me.
laugh.
Got something. The paint on the bomb. It's made of a unique solid mixture.
I cross-referenced it with the chemical manufacturers in Gotham. Got a few hits.
Send the list to the agency.
Done.
It's like through what John saw as a deep friendship, Batman created an
I'll
archetype.
keep looking, see what else I can find.
Sure, Jack, yeah. He says it reminds him of Lego Batman.
We have a lead on
Where
potential
we do
locations.
you know, a humorous version of that whole thing.
Destroying Riddler's blood. It was a terrible mistake. It escalated the situation on the bridge with Harley. Everything spiraled out of control into this.
She's feeling like Batman right now.
And now we have Joker.
Doing her best, heart's in the right place, made it worse.
I helped to create this monster.
Wasn't just Batman.
Now that I've seen the
You weren't the only
destruction
one. Yeah, you gotta say that, right?
It wasn't just you, Waller, Harley, me.
But mostly
We all
Waller.
had our part to play.
A lot of people died today because of it. A lot more might die.
Ma'am, backup is here.
Yeah,
We have
John, I
EOD
think
on
the friend turned
standby.
enemy thing
What are your orders?
is universal and goes, I mean, it goes back to
I guess
biblical
this is
stories,
our opportunity to
obviously.
keep that from happening.
It's the Cain and
Get
Abel
EOD
thing.
prepped for disposal.
And yeah, I think it
No one
resonates
comes
with
in
us.
here without my express
I think it's
consent.
stuck in the zeitgeist of storytelling,
Batman.
going back to antiquity, because a
They
lot of
say
us can
we should
relate to
never
it.
meet your heroes. I'm pretty sure they're wrong.
It's an exaggeration of a smaller thing that happens a lot, you know, in people's own lives in microcosm.
It's done, Waller.
So I heard. Good work. I've got Gordon on the other line.
I would argue that most of our enemies don't start out as enemies. I would even go that far. Most of them.
Patching you through.
Jim.
Hey, Batman, I heard some police chatter about where they could have made these bombs. I have a hunch. Meet me at the old Ace Chemicals factory.
I'm on my way.
Bomb, I mean, it doesn't seem like he was dropped in a vat of acid by Batman. Seems like Batman would remember that. Like, it clearly didn't happen before he became full-fledged Joker. Vroom! Ah, look at that sky. That's awesome. Ace Chemicals is single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at that.
Gordon.
You came.
You called.
Yeah, well...
I don't think I would smoke a cigarette in there.
You and I haven't been seeing eye to eye lately, so... Thanks. I just, figured you had other things to do.
That's how this works. You call, I show up.
I know, but if you and me are sideways...
Oh, I'm walking into a trap, says Blue Dragon 5. Psycho reviewer. Oh, darn, that's right. I dropped you an acid. Sorry about that. I have a bad memory. Yeah, you'd think we'd have some dialogue about that if it had happened with Alfred, at the very least. Because obviously John doesn't know Bruce and Batman are the same from the beginning. But
apparently this is the place where Joker and Harley replicated the virus.
How did you find that out?
Mutali, I certainly had friendships that didn't last. I mean, I think most of us can relate to that.
You gotta understand, lives are at stake.
Oh, no. What are we doing with this Gordon? What has he become a part of? So he's playing lesser of two evils thing here. Joker got to him. This is just 8 shades of horrifying. Usually when something like this goes on long enough, I start, like, pressing the stick thinking there's something I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, this is 8 shades of creepy. Get him. Man.
Can't go through with this.
Yeah, that's right, Jim Gordon. There we go. I was hoping that's the way that would go. I love the mood lighting here, this color palette. Oh, this game really puts me in a mood. It also grosses me out in places, but...
Gordon!
Oh, wow. He cannot handle all these clowns. This is disturbing.
Wait! I can't give a gift to my new friend if you beat him to death.
Wow. Yeah, see, after that, I don't know why anybody would work for the Joker. I mean, these guys are gonna keep doing that because they're too afraid of him.
I've got something else planned.
You think word would get out, though? Yeah, exactly, Blue Dragon 5. Important thing is he comes around.
Go on. Don't be rude.
John, I saw that was there, the Shadow Edition thing, and I decided not to play that way because I was, you know, in the middle of this already.
All the bombs.
But I don't know what that adds or what it does. I haven't looked into it yet. I just saw it was there.
My gift for you, new best friend. Isn't that right, Gordy? Another nickname doesn't work. Jimmy. Jimmy here led you right to me.
There was no way we were gonna meet their demands. Joker offered me a deal, the bomb locations for you. I'm sorry, Batman, but I had to do something. You've seen the devastation this virus can cause.
I understand, Jim.
Is Joker
You did what you had to.
a psychopath, a narcissist, both, a narcissistic psychopath?
Run along and save Gotham.
This one in particular, I wonder how he would be labeled
Jim!
by a psychiatrist.
I still have lots to do before my other half finds out I gave away the map. Dump him in his car.
If he was diagnosed.
He'll bleed out. You need to get him to a hospital.
Oh, it's just black and white? Okay, John. That might look cool.
Hospital. We blew it up, remember? You need to pay more attention. That look! Right there. That's what I wanted to see. You know, Dr. Leland used to say anger is often a response to feeling powerless. You think maybe that's why you're so mad?
That's great.
Because I'm on top. Because I have you completely in my power.
This is low, even for you.
Ooh, I don't love that line actually after I picked it.
Sure, there's still depths to plumb. Jimmy's just the first.
Chewbacca Celebrity's comic book Joker now, yes.
For all your friends.
But it starts with a different motivation.
Whatever hurts the worst.
Really personal, intimate motivation.
The rest of your days knowing what you had is poisoned. Harley's gonna be upset, of course. She wanted the whole city to drink virus mimosas. Someone would have survived like Riddler, and she'd have gotten her serum.
I also love conflicting, crazy villain plots like this, too.
About the map, I mean. But nothing less would get Chief of Mustache to flip. I just had to have your staunchest frenemy betray you.
If you loved her, you'd help her
This is
get
where
what
Batman
she
says
wants.
betrayal.
But
Okay.
you decided to sabotage it.
I know, Dr. Leland.
Philip, I think the Joker is mostly a child in this head.
Sticky Wicket.
Sticky Wicket! And interestingly, one could interpret Batman the same way.
Harley's
That he's
perfect the way she
that little boy who lost his parents and never grew up.
And if she does get sick, I'll be there to take care of her.
John.
And maybe Joker is a child because he doesn't see the point of
Hasn't this just been
being an adult.
We laughed, we cried, it changed our lives. Just goes to show you can't trust anyone in Gotham, can you?
You know, ultimate nihilism. Treat the city as a playground. Do anything you want to.
Secret? Because if you tell Harley, she'll just set the bombs off early. Explode.
And yeah, Mutale. We talked about this yesterday, but I think Arthur Fleck's just a different character.
Who wants that?
John.
It's Joker! Sit!
Okay, you're really gonna have to start calling him by his new name, I think.
Play dead!
Yikes.
Good boy!
This is really well written. I am unnerved. Yeah, exactly, Psycho Reviewer. I agree with you on that. About Fleck just not having this level of intelligence. Or if not intelligence, at least experience. And yeah, I guess he could maybe get there, but like not just like street experience, but like he doesn't have, you know, the science or the,
But I tell you what, I'll let you
you know, any of the skill, I should say.
to this.
Oh man, we're back to this kind of stuff.
Just leave. You could let me go.
This is gonna be a special kind of creepy, isn't it?
You'll have the chance to go free, which will in turn trap Bruce forever. So I'm giving you 3 whole seconds.
Yeah, I agree with you, Philip, on the maturity of a child. That's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah, of course, Jack. Eventually, I'll get a rewind on Joker.
Did it.
Selena.
Bruce, it's...
What a dramatic turn of events. Bruce witnessed your terrible, awful, just despicable betrayal. I hope it hurts. Now, you kids play nice. Unless you want to end up like the other losers.
And now we can actually do what a villain would really do, which is take his mask off and not let him keep the costume. So did he have that suit with him, or did Joker just have a nice suit around?
But I wasn't just going to cut and run.
There's no way he was
free, I'd be able
wearing
to do
that
more to
suit
help.
under his
Or at
bat
least
suit, right?
Go find some backup to get you out of here. That's the truth. You look a little dubious. You believe me, right?
Of course, I trust you.
Thanks. Quite a scenario we find ourselves in, huh? Are you just gonna sit in that cart, or are we getting out of here?
Yeah, Chewbacca's lover, you may have missed me earlier, but
Just
I've
give me a
talked
second to
about the
get
voice
free.
already with the Joker. Okay, I'm gonna assume he did. How did he know his size? You base it on the bat suit?
No way to pick the lock.
Is this gonna get gross? Is he gonna like pull his...
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that would work. Yeah, he's gonna dislocate his thumb. Of course he is.
Here we go.
Never thought I had to press a button in a video game that said dislocate thumb. And of course I have to actually do it. There we go. Here I am dislocating my thumb.
I hate having to do that.
God. Although, you know, this isn't as difficult to watch. You have to do close-ups on it, as it would have been had we not had Batarang in the stomach earlier.
Escaping the room is... Well, it's a key. But hurry up, because Harley and I have quite a dinner party planned for you. It's a very special guest.
I'm not saying that the violence in this doesn't serve the story, but some of the way
bars are
it's
electrified.
presented does seem a little shock
It's
factory
too
to
far
me.
to just reach my hand inside.
I am gonna say that. Thanks for joining us. If you just popped in recently, let's look at this burnt corpse, shall we?
The electricity cooked them alive.
We're getting close to an hour. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna be able to stream
We gotta
today.
get out of here.
I wish I knew how much longer it would take to finish this chapter. Because I'm gonna run up against my limit here after bed. Oh, Riddler Kane. I want to read, of course, some kind of symbolism in that. Just the image of Bruce Wayne holding
now
that.
push the key to me. I'll unlock the door between us. It only unlocks from my side.
She's telling the truth, but she can also take that key and get out, leaving you trapped and unable to help the other dinner guests. Because you know she won't. What do you say, Bruce? You going to trust a thief?
Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but I've been trusting her this whole game, so I'm just being consistent.
You should know by now, Bruce. You can trust me.
Yeah, except you were kind of duplicitous last chapter, so I'm sort of dumb for doing that, but I did it. 3 set pieces after this, dinner, climax, and aftermath. Yeah, I just don't know how long each of those will take. As long as there's not any detective work where I'm liable to get stuck, I bet there's not much more than half an hour left, but...
The electrical box. If you cut the wire connected to the floor...
One of these agents tried that, but...
Mr. Roboto, Joker... I'll read that in a minute, buddy.
close.
I'm gonna start trying to get a chat moderator for more of these streams, but in the afternoon, there's not. It's harder to get somebody. I'm not promising anything. I don't know how often I'll be able to do that, but I was talking to Austin about that last night.
The next room is guaranteed to do just that, and it'll be even better.
Oh, is that why Blue Dragon 5? Because I trusted her before. Okay, that makes sense.
Sweethearts have to go through.
Ah, the Tunnel of Love. Very Dark Knight Returns.
Thanks.
But is there anything in that dinner party that I'm able to get trapped at? You know, stuck for a while? Joker wants to torment Batman, not Bruce Wayne. Removing his mask ruins the game of Joker Bat.
Just take it slow.
No, I don't agree with that. Because his friend was Bruce. I mean, he learned about Batman later. So he sees him as the same person?
Broken glass. Well, 8 feet should be a piece of cake. What could be more?
I mean, yeah, he's romanticizing the, yin yang Joker Batman thing. Like, I'm Joker now, not John. Oh,
okay.
Crap.
I'm okay.
There was probably no way to avoid that, right? Ugh. But I'm not sure that after he's doing that, just because he learns that Bruce Wayne is Batman, that he sees it the same way as, Joker in the comics usually would, where he doesn't want Bruce Wayne to even be a thing. Like, he'd see it differently, because he was best friends with Bruce Wayne. Ooh, that's twisted.
No matter how alone we might feel,
and yeah, he's got to get him where it hurts. The death of his parents.
To decay, to wither and wriggle with maggots. But something of us always remains. Our greatest accomplishment.
John, yeah, I do like how Catwoman's handling this game.
And the sins committed against us, they never stay buried for long. Do they, Bruce? Better dig up the truth, detective.
I would assume
Or join the dead.
Riddler had a million cans. Let's look at tombstones.
Riddler, Lucius Fox, Martha Wayne, Thomas Wayne.
Ooh, I like that he's got one for... That's interesting.
What is this?
There's such a thing as pacing, Bruce. Get back to digging.
So wait, is he gonna bury Bruce Wayne and try to then make him only be Batman? Is that what we're doing?
This'll do the job.
And now we have to dig. Solar Dragon, there's something about his inflection that reminds me of Hamill's Joker. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Like I said, I think it's a total blend of like Hamill and Ledger, at least once he's full-blown Joker. Before that, he's definitely taking some cues.
Oh, God.
From Hamill.
You're so good at pulling people's hearts out of their chests.
That's literal.
What's one more?
So wait, what are we doing?
There's something underneath.
See some familiar faces, Bruce? There's Thomas Wayne, your dearly departed criminal dad. Joe Chill, you two.
I think so far I'm more interested in this thread than the other version where Joker tries to be a vigilante.
Skulking around. This is a good old-fashioned whodunit. These
Especially because I think White Knight did that as best as it's ever been.
All you gotta do is put the right face on the right grave, Bruce.
This is kind of more interesting to me.
Interpretation, but not much.
Lucius.
Okay, so wait. Picture of the suspect of who killed... Okay, well, Batman killed Lucius Fox, right?
Some people would say Lucius Fox was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but we both know he was there then because of Batman. The man got
I don't right away know what Batman ego is. I feel like I've heard of that mentality, but it's just not immediately coming to me.
loyalty.
Okay. And then Thomas Wayne. Is this a trick question? I mean, yes, of course this is a trick question. So it's not... Joe Chill's not going to be the thing to say, right? It's going to be Thomas Wayne, right?
Well, not what I was going for, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
After all, it was his own dirty dealings that left him in a pool.
That's kind of where I thought he was going with that. But I like that there's different things you could say.
I guess he's claiming to know who killed Riddler.
Yeah.
Probably him.
Do I just back out? Or do I have to put one on there? It wouldn't make any sense to say Bruce Wayne, though, right? And, like, Joe Chill didn't do it. Let's just keep going.
You're just pulling every string, aren't you?
Chill did pull the trigger, so I'll give it to you. What I was looking for was your father.
Yeah, but it wouldn't let me say that, because I put him somewhere else.
Will history repeat itself tonight?
This whole thing is really interesting.
What's he trying to say?
John Doe is dead. There's only Joker now.
Poor John was betrayed by his very own best friend. He gave his heart willingly, only to have it ripped from his chest, still beating and spraying blood everywhere. What a mess.
Whose heart is that?
I hope you're happy with yourself.
Okay.
Are there any left?
No, we placed them all.
What the hell?
It's like a yellow brick road.
Someone's in there.
Oh, no. Guys, I think I'm going to play through this scene and then go ahead and stop the session. And I'll come back for one more when I have the chance.
I'll find something else.
Possibly after the Captain Logan show tonight. I really want to finish this. Ah, crowbar. That immediately has connotations in Batman.
Tiffany.
Oh. Great. Now I have to pretend like I care about Tiffany.
Reed,
She's been better this episode, though.
I've been in there for
Things get real and
hours.
suddenly she's less obnoxious.
And are you hurt?
I'm okay. I'm okay now.
Mr. Roboto, I can't think of anything, but
Alfred
surely there's a
lost
story
touch
where
with
Joe
you at
Chill
the
actually
Ace Chemical Plant.
turns into a Batman
I
rogue.
tracked you.
If that hasn't been done,
I wanted to
someone
help.
will do that at some point.
I ended up here.
Mutale, I've been wondering that this whole time.
What
Yeah,
is it?
good question. How much
The
time did
final
Joker have
sticker.
to make this? It is that Dark
Looks
Knight
like-
thing where it's too elaborate. There's no way he'd have enough time to do all this.
That's you.
That's a problem in a lot of Joker stories, though. Death of the Family has
So
that too,
what?
if memory serves.
Joker thinks you killed Riddler.
Chewbacca's lover says Matt Reeves is pulling from Batman ego. Okay.
I'm not sure why.
What did you do?
It's just
Tiffany, what did you do? Tell me now.
The way she's reacting, that is not an overreaction on his
let me
part.
explain. Joker's right. I killed Riddler.
Oh, crazy. Do you get that revelation
Riddler.
when you go the other way? Because it's been so long, I can't remember.
I'm not proud of it.
I didn't remember who killed Riddler in the story.
Riddler's friend.
Yes, Mr. Roboto, Captain Logan show tonight at 7 o'clock. So, 2 hours from now, in fact.
This is exactly what Joker wants. Us at each other's throats.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot. That's her father. This whole thing with Riddler and Catwoman is...
killed my father.
She's Lucius Fox's daughter.
Tiffany.
Isn't that what we did? We said Riddler is Catwoman's father?
You're gonna have to turn Tiffany in because of your precious code. Turn her into your old friend Gordon of the GCPD. Wait, you got him fired. No, wait, he's not your friend anymore. He betrayed you. God, what a mess you've made.
I like that there's some truth in what Joker's talking about. That he has made a mess of things, certainly.
The final guest awaits.
Bruce,
And there's always that question of whether he should have left well enough alone.
when this is over, we're gonna talk, right?
You can count on it.
Oh, I thought there was a reveal somewhere, Blue Dragon 5, that Riddler was her father. I don't know why I was thinking that. But, like, yeah, I know they were friends. Okay, this is the Death of the Family section. Guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and stop right now, and I will finish this as soon as I get a chance. Like I said, I'll come back after the Captain Logan show if I've got the time, but I'm not totally sure if I'll be able to do that. Join us again in 2 hours. We'll be doing a Q&A show for the Captain Logan show. I'm going to have my friend Nick Stevens with me from the Genesis Gems podcast, like I said earlier, and we'll talk about, he's a big video game guy, but we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, of course, including the Spider-Man news, and Nick's been keeping up with that, so he and I are going to talk about that. No DJ this evening, so I'm going to be modding my own comments, but don't worry, it's a lot easier to look at Super Chats and things these days than it used to be, so I shouldn't miss anything. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. I'm going to go get some dinner and things. And I'll be back soon. You guys are great. Thanks.